Yeah, so for those that are listening, you've heard these questions. I'd suggest you ask the questions to each other, you and your spouse, and we'll do another episode here. We do it with the kids.
Hello, everyone. We are Greg and Jacquie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week, we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world.
Okay, guys, we're back. Jacquie just got done searching my phone to see if I had a list of fights we've had.
I found it.
That's good. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, obviously, they were about what you do wrong, not what I do wrong. I caught it.
Oh, okay, great. See, that's how humble I am.
I noticed.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure I remembered.
Yeah.
So that way I wouldn't do it again.
In third person, I saw that.
Yeah. All right, next question. What would Jacquie Francis like to most change about herself this year?
Whoa. I don't know. How about if Greg Francis goes first?
Sure, I will. So I would say for me, this year, I really want to become a better leader. And I feel like a lot of people see me as one in a lot of different capacities. And I think a lot of it is just experience and, wisdom in certain categories that maybe others don't have because of not having been through things we've been through, not being trained the way we've been trained, etc. However, I feel like I've plateaued for a while, and I haven't gotten worse, but I haven't gotten better. And there's this really great, I don't know what you'd call it, a strategy or a way of doing things that I remember hearing from Bill Johnson from Bethel Church. I was listening to one of his sermons one time, and he was talking about what real leadership is. And real leaders, they lead as servants, but they serve as kings. And it was all about how real leaders, they learn how and who to serve, specific to their unfulfilled mission. But then what they also do is they make sure that they operate at a standard of excellence. So when they do serve, they can serve like a king would serve. Not like a pauper, not like a person with no resources, not like a broken person, but no, how do you serve as a king? Like an honorable, honest, powerful king. Mm-hmm. How do you take all that you have available to you, and how do you actually use that as a new level of serving? And I just really I'm going to keep that in front of me all year and just try to keep getting a little better with that as one of my themes for the year.
That's good.
So, yeah. How about you?
One area I want to get better in. I think probably one thing I would like to get better in is I feel like I need to have a little more maybe dedication for what I need to grow in versus worrying about what everybody else needs to grow in. I feel like a lot of times I'm out there giving and giving and giving, and I don't put enough into myself. And so
that's good.
I really think that's what I need to do. I really need to put some time in for not Greg. You're taking care of you. See how that works already? I'm already worried about you.
I appreciate it though.
Yeah. I spend a lot of time helping other people grow or take things off their plate or help them in some capacity that I feel like they actually need help in, not what I feel like they need help in. And I think it's time for me to find more of what I need help in for what Jacquie needs, not for everybody else.
That's really good. Love it.
Yeah.
How about this? With some of the accomplishments from this year, what's a indulgence you're willing to give yourself this year?
Oh,
like a reward.
That's good. I don't know where to start on that.
You got a few?
Yeah. Where do I start? Are these accomplishments? Let's see here.
It could be anything, like just something you wouldn't maybe normally do for yourself.
Yeah, that's
that
good.
You'll reward yourself with. Kind of like an example is, I did my 12-week accountability through my Pathfinders program, and there was a consequence at the end if you didn't accomplish it, and there's a reward if you did. And, the reward was that you and I would go somewhere for 2 nights.
Yeah.
And it would be, a nice place, a place that it has a certain level of luxury and even views and stuff like that. We're in beautiful Idaho, so we found this great place up in McCall, which was just this fantastic resort that was right overlooking this huge lake. I mean, it looks like a Lake Tahoe up there, mountains surrounding it. But this place had, 3 restaurants, and it had a beautiful spa and all the amenities you can imagine. Hot tubs outside in the snow while the mountains surround you. So we just said the thing was to go, and instead of just going in a hurry and staying the night and come back in the morning, like, let's go for 2 days and let's not worry about spending money. So whatever room service we want to get it. Don't even think about how much it costs. We want to get massages, let's get massages. Then, if we want to go get a filet at night, we're going to get one. Like, we weren't going to worry about it. Like, we really weren't going to even think about the expense. We're just going to go pamper ourselves. And it was one of the best trips I've had in forever. It was one of the most replenishing things because we don't normally do it. We normally would go out and we'll do 1 night, but I kind of realized we kind of need a couple.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the rewards from last year.
I was glad you accomplished your goal, so I got to come along with it.
We had so much fun though, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah. So I think new experience of some sort. Maybe the goal would be like to experience something that I haven't experienced before as a reward. I don't know what that is yet, but like, we've talked about going in and quote unquote vacationing, sightseeing, whatever, in some neat places out here that we've never gone, like to go see the redwoods or to go like whatever. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
But to go experience something I haven't experienced yet, I think that would be a really neat reward and stretching for me at the same time. And I think that would be fun. So I'll have to look into what something to do would be for that. That'd be fun for me.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think for me, I want indulgence I want to have this year is I want to, there for a while, years ago, I used to do like a cool trip once a year. That was like something I've never done, Grand Canyon, rafting or Machu Picchu or something. I don't need to do something that big. But now that we're out here, out west like this, I would like to actually spend a little bit of money on like a couple of day hunt or something like that and take Drews with me, and just because they're not cheap. A lot of these like you go on like a guided elk hunt, you're probably gonna spend $5,000, something like that a person, but how fun, I mean, so that's something that after I hit some goals this year,
That'd be great.
would be really cool to, put out there.
Right.
So,
Something fun and different
Yeah.
that we have never done before would feel like a real neat thing to be able to go do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this one? What is one yet undeveloped talent you're willing to explore this year?
Well, it's really interesting because I don't know if I talked about it, but like about a year ago, well, our kids have all played piano for years now, like for years. And they're really talented and gifted. Like they've been, many of them have been playing since they've been like 6, so 7 years, 8 years, some of them, right? All of them really are gifted though in some capacity to play an instrument. And we've chosen piano and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then a year or so ago, the kids kept asking me like, Mom, will you play duets with me? Will you play the piano with me? Because I played as a younger child and then hadn't played in years. And so I finally got tired of telling them yes and never really doing it. So like a year ago or so, I finally took up piano lessons again. Right?
Yep.
And I will tell you people, it's not like riding a bike. You don't just come back to the keys and know how it all works. Your fingers do not remember what you did back in the day. And so I did pick up piano lessons this year. And we're taking it from a nice studio. And it is fun and I'm starting to enjoy it. But they had a recital this year and I did not participate in it. And the kids asked me, why not? Why not? And I'm like, I'm coming to watch you guys. But really, I was like, I'm not ready to be on stage and play the recital. And most likely, like I'm going to be one of the, more older students on the stage and stuff like that. So I think this year I'm going to have a goal to make sure that I'm participating in their piano recital or instrument recital, Christmas recital that they're in this year, and stretch myself to be ready to do that with them. And it's not so much about the level that I'm playing at, but more the fact that I'm doing it because I want to do it with my kids. And I want to be able to enjoy one of the things that they do so well at some level.
I love it. I'm picturing all of you up there, like somehow having some way to do a song together. Because, you know, like the last recital plays, they had like 6 pianos on stage.
Yeah.
So if there's some way you could all like be part of a song.
And the kids are so, every time I get done playing some, even if it's like, row, row, row your boat, you know, they're like, Mom, that was so good. You did
such
so
encouragers.
good. And I'm like, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. You know, they're the most endearing, sweetest.
You always said it. One day we just hope to get to carry their bags.
I know. Well, they're carrying my piano books, and they're kind of, well done, Mom. I'm like, thanks, baby.
Yeah.
How about you?
For me, it's going to be hunting.
Okay, you're going to pick that up.
Yeah.
You did it back when you were a child with your dad.
Not really. I mean, I kind of was around it. So, being the youngest, and my brothers are, 5, 9 years older than me. My dad was really into hunting, but I was little. I remember being somewhere between like 5 and 10 when I remember there being a season. And I remember them, like my dad would be hunting with Gordon and Jerry, where they'd have guns, and they'd be shooting pheasants and stuff. But I was just a kid walking, trying to scare up the pheasants because I was little, And then I was the kid who Dad was helping Jerry aim the shotgun to shoot the deer out of the deer shanty, but I was just the kid who got to say in the deer shanty. You know what I mean? So, I was excited. I got to get the day out of school, right, and just be out there. But then, for whatever reason, when I got to be the age, when I think back then, it was like either 13 or 14 to have a hunter's permit in Michigan. I don't know. My dad stopped hunting. And I don't know if it's just because the other kids were kind of gone out of the house now. He just decided to give it up. But I never got a chance to. So I was always around it, but never even really got to, Yeah. And so now here Drew is, he's going to be 12 here in like a couple of days, 2 days. And he really wants to. So we're going to kind of learn together.
That's great.
Which is cool. And especially now that we're here. You know what I mean? Like being out here in Boise, there's no lack of what we can do for hunting out here and stuff. So, yeah. So I'm a little nervous about it, to be honest with you, because I'm almost 50 years old and feel like, I'm going to learn what a 12-year-old's going to learn right now. But whatever. I want to do it.
That's right.
So
and
same thing with piano with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be good. Drew will probably be teaching me how to do stuff in no time.
Most likely. But, that's the cool thing is that you'll get that experience with him. And here he is out here doing his bow and arrow like a professional already. So, and Bella says to me, Mom, I'm not really sure I'm good at bow and arrow, but I definitely take the gun to shoot.
Who's that?
Bella.
Oh, she'll get good at it.
Yeah. I go, that's okay. But yeah, that's cool.
To be honest with you, what the challenge is? We're all out there guessing. Like I don't even know how to aim with a thing either. So they're looking at me like, how do you do this? I'm like, kind of aim it that way. And I don't know if you're supposed to put this thing on your face or if you're supposed to look down the arrow or there's these sights, but how do you line the sights? I don't know what this string thing's hanging up over here. So I was literally YouTubing stuff last night and learned quite a bit actually, but so we're figuring stuff out as we go.
It's awesome.
Right? Okay, last one. What one word would you like to have as your theme this year? Or phrase could be.
Right.
Stumped her.
I knew this was coming too. We always come up with a. Gosh.
I got one. For me, it's going to be embrace change. That's mine for the year. Last year, I think, what was it? It was year of flexibility because I just knew we were going to have so many moving parts with all the moves and stuff. Can't remember. It was stuff like, right? Wasn't it something like that last year? I have to look it back up. I have my notes.
Yeah, I don't really know. I almost, something to the effect, and I don't know how to phrase it together yet, but I'll come up with it. Something like succeeding with fun or something like that. Like the year of succeeding with fun or something.
Joyful advancement.
Yeah. I think something like that because
joyfully advancing.
It'd be great to enjoy the process of such a big year and laugh about it and have fun with it but achieve with it because achieving is joyful. So yeah, I think that'll be it.
That's good. So I'll make sure I put these phrases up in my office. We look at them.
Right.
Because, it's one thing to talk about it now. It's another thing to be end of April. and
Totally.
4 months worth of stuff has happened, and we have to keep revisiting these things. It's
And
one thing we've
reminding,
learned.
because come 2-3 months into it, things could change that you didn't see coming.
Yeah. So for those that are listening, you've heard these questions. I'd suggest you ask the questions to each other, you
Yes.
and your spouse, and we'll do another episode here. We do it with the kids.
Oh yeah, it's so
Which
fun
would
to
be
hear
really fun.
their answers. Yeah.
And then, but embrace this and kind of save these somewhere, especially the questions in one file, so you can always pull them out every year. But then also save your answers for this year, and at least do a monthly review. Like, just put it in your calendar. Whatever, first Monday of every month, that you and your spouse are just going to pull that sheet out and just remind each other of what you said. There's so much power in it, and it helps guide your year so well. And that way, like now, looking at this stuff, I'm like, okay, we got to look up when your piano recital is. And we got to put that date in the calendar.
Right.
And that way it's in front of you. So that way, when you don't feel like practicing, you'll practice.
Right.
Or,
Of course, yeah.
or if it's hunting, I got to start probably doing a little legwork and researching like the right time of year and what I'm going to need for both me and Drews to do, and who can help us with something. And, so it makes you start planning. You can't just like all of a sudden show up in November and be like, oh, I guess we're going to grab a gun and go walk out, towards the mountains over there. You know what I mean? Like,
I hope not.
It's a little more planning than that.
It's not exactly the example I want you showing our son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start again.
Would be an adventure though. But anyway, so this is fun. Excited about chatting next time when we bring some of the littles back in, so
Right.
they can hear, you can hear their precious, innocent versions of
Right.
going through this information. Because, guys, like, I can't stress this enough. Everybody listening, as much as me and Jackie have to go through this, and you and your spouse have to go through this, man, invite your kids into this process.
100%.
Man, it's so powerful, and
Well,
it
they
makes
teach
you all so close.
much. They teach us so much. When they bring what they're trying to accomplish in the next 10, 5, 12 months, like, it is so neat to learn from them and to grow with them. And not only mentor them, but man, they teach us and mentor us in ways that they don't even know sometimes. Yeah. And it's such a growing experience together. It's great. All right. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Sure do love you, by the way.
Love you too.
You're my best friend. Never forget it, okay?
Okay.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. See you next time.